The following is a TPC Network podcast.
Hey, Pepin.
Yo, yo.
You're welcome.
Thank you?
You're welcome. And thanks.
Oh, okay.
I'm singing the popular song You're Welcome, sung by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the hit movie Moana.
I thought it was the Bee Gees.
No, this is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's Maui in the great movie by Disney Pixar, Moana.
Can you smell? What?
But Maui is token. Wait, okay, we need to talk. Welcome back. So glad you guys could join us. I am here once again with my best friend, Nathan Pepin. How's it going, Nate?
Doing good. How about yourself, Steve?
I'm doing great. So glad to be here. We do have super special guest, Brianne. How's it going, B?
It's going.
Real glad you're here with us to talk about your favorite topic of all time, Disney princesses. Favorite topic ever, Disney princesses.
You could have stopped at Disney and just...
Princess Moana.
Disney.
Princess, the Chinese one.
Mulan.
My favorite Disney princess is probably Snow White, but only when she's knocked out.
Mine's Sleeping Beauty, but only when she's knocked out. Wait, are they the same person? Wait, what's the difference between Snow White and Sleeping Beauty?
Well, Aurora is Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White is... I don't even know her name.
I think it's Snow.
White.
Well, that's her last name.
Yeah.
What's Aurora's last name?
I know.
Borealis?
Oh my gosh, what is her last name?
Man, my smart jokes go right over all your heads.
I know what an Aurora Borealis is.
Yeah.
It's the Northern Lights, bitches.
Yeah.
So Disney, Nate, what's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie? Let me think for a second. Is that one about the Children of Nim or something? What is that thing? The girl... She's like goes
The Secret Life of Zack and Cody?
No.
Oh, that's The Sweet Life. Sorry.
The Secret.
That is Disney though.
The Secret of Nim. Was that Disney?
Oh, the mice.
Yeah, the mice and
Secret World of Nim. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and there's like that old mouse guy who's like, "Oh, you guys are gonna die," and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh shit, man."
that's a really good book.
Redwall?
And then Miss Frisbee is like,
Yeah.
"Oh fuck," and then she saves everybody.
No, not Disney, but
That
that's
sounds
a
like
great book.
Sounds like a Disney movie.
It's the Secret Rats of Nim, I think.
No,
it is.
it's Secret of Nim.
Yeah, Secret of Nim.
Who's
It's a book.
Nim?
Okay, so not that one because that's not Disney.
What about you, Brian? What's your favorite Disney movie?
I can't even right now. Like, I love Mulan. I love Brave, and oh my gosh, of course, Lion King. There's just too many. Mulan.
Oh,
Final
Mulan.
answer.
Is that the one about the toaster that goes to the moon?
No, that's
What's Mulan?
Mulan's about the Qin dynasty where they have to defeat what's his face from the Huns. There, I can't even think of it.
Oh, Moulin Rouge?
No, that's
That
French.
is a pretty good movie.
That's French, and that's not it.
I think that won some awards.
Yeah, I don't think that's suitable for children.
Well, neither is anything else that Disney's ever produced.
Oh.
Someone put in a rim shot right there.
But Mulan, I like that one. There's some good songs out there, like "I'll make a man
out of you. Let's get down to... Come on.
You gotta actually sing into the mic if you want to be heard. Perfect. We didn't hear you singing "Let's Get Down to Business," but we did hear you make a fart noise.
The characters I thought were pretty decent. I think Eddie Murphy was the dragon.
Yes, Mushu.
Oh, I got my favorite Disney movie, Shrek.
That's DreamWorks.
Damn it!
Is that because Eddie Murphy's in that one?
Yeah, that's what reminded me of it.
Oh my.
It's got Eddie Murphy. It's got Nate's vote.
Wait, isn't there one like the haunted house? Was that?
Yes, there is.
Is that Disney?
Yes, there is.
There you go, Disney haunted house.
Unfortunately.
Was it? I've never seen it.
So actually, I saw that one, or I think I saw most of it, and I thought that one was pretty good. Not necessarily because of the story or anything, but because the CGI was amazing.
Oh, was that Dr. Dolittle?
Dr. Dolittle was also pretty good. Is that a Disney movie?
Most likely not, but
I
maybe.
mean, that has Eddie Murphy, right? And he like gets all fat. Well, there's the old one, which is like more classy, and then there's the new one, which is a little more wacky, zany scientist one, and that one's also interesting. I think one change they made was in the original, Dr. Dolittle was dating his student, and
Sexy.
yep. And the new one, it was his wife was like an adjunct professor or something like that.
In the new one, it was his wife.
Yeah, well, I mean, or his girlfriend. I don't know, but they weren't.
Wasn't he dating that hamster?
She wasn't below him.
Excuse me?
She wasn't below him.
Well, maybe not in the version you saw.
I'm not talking about the hamster either.
She was not a Dr. Dolittle. Dr. Do a lot. Man, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
My favorite. Someone asked. Yeah.
Yes, Meader. What's your
Oh,
favorite?
wow! So much attention on me.
It's probably Littlefoot.
It's not The Land Before Time.
Shit.
Brave Little Toaster.
It's not The Brave Little Toaster, although that's a pretty good one.
Is that Disney? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna change my answer from Shrek to My Little Toaster.
My Little Toaster, starring Steven Seagal as the toaster. Co-starring Gary Grievous.
Okay, Steve, you must tell us, what is your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie of all time is Moana.
The fuck is that?
It's a new one starring Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Are we being serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's one of the stars, and it's got all great songs. I've listened to the soundtrack probably 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Just the soundtrack. It's got the guy from Flight of the Conchords in it. It's got
Jermaine.
Jimmy
Jermaine.
Fallon.
Does
Got Jimmy Fallon, according to Brienne,
No.
as the crustaceous.
Jermaine
carnivorous crab.
Something. I don't like Flight of the Conchords.
Such a curmudgeon he was.
Does The Rock sing?
The Rock sings.
Yes, and he's
He sings-
actually really good.
He sings the best song.
Yes.
He's a great character about the great hero who lost his heroicness and has to regain it. Classic tale of trouble and woe.
Does he ever is The Rock ever capable of doing anything bad or wrong or just not being good at something?
Well, there was this one movie called The Tooth Fairy.
I mean, he was the only thing that saved that movie.
It wasn't saved, Nathan.
It wasn't a good
It's
movie.
widely regarded as one of the worst movies The Rock has ever been in.
I saw it with my girlfriend at the time, and it wasn't good. But I mean, I'm like, at least I'm watching The Rock.
It was like a recycling of everything Hulk Hogan's ever done.
Don't think I've ever seen it.
Like Santa with Muscles or any of those stupid ones.
He's in the Karate Kid 3, I think.
Which one? Hulk Hogan or
Yeah,
Dwayne the Johnson?
Hulk Hogan. It's like they went to like this theme park, and that was the whole theme. Of
oh
that
my
one.
gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember.
He was in Rocky too. I think he was Thunder Lips.
Was that Rocky 2, or he's in Rocky as well?
I don't know, but speaking of Rocky 2, Eddie Murphy brings up Rocky 2 in the Doctor of Doing Little.
Is there also Nutty Professor?
Eye of the Tiger, that one from Rocky 2. Yeah, he was in Nutty Professor. He starred as 7 of the 8 characters. The Clumps, which also had its own spin-off called The Clumps.
That's real.
Yeah. When how he plays like all the characters?
I've actually never seen it.
He plays like all the characters. He plays the mom and the dad and the fat black guy.
Doesn't Tyler Payne or someone do that?
Tyler Perry
That
starring
one.
starring Medea.
Was there a movie called Flubber?
Yes, there was. There was a movie called Flubber starring Tim Curry as Flubber.
That's a movie I got really hyped up for, and with everything that should have been, like, according to the advertising, it was. But then I realized at some point, like, why did I want this?
Wait, was that Robin Williams?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Disney movie, Robinson Crusoe.
There's only so much you can talk about with slime.
Yeah, like Slimer from Ghostbusters, also starring Steven Seagal as the Slimer.
Is that Disney?
I don't believe that is a Disney-owned property.
Speaking of like good Disney movies, what's like a bad Disney movie that you hate? It could be even one that's like considered good, but one that you just like, man.
There's that one about the kid in the jungle, and then his dad comes and he's Tim the Toolman Taylor, and he takes him back home to New York.
Jungle to Jungle?
Jungle to Jungle, starring
I like
Tim Robinson.
Tim
Allen as the Jungle.
I kind of like that one.
Finally got her. I've been trying all episode.
I know. I was holding back. I couldn't with that one.
That one I could relate to because there was piranhas in like the first little thing, and they eat stuff, and so that was pretty cool.
Oh, you relate to them.
Yeah, I relate to the piranhas eating things. There's also like kids just not understanding stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's me.
And then he has like a pet tarantula, and that reminds me of that guy who didn't sponsor us that one time, who wrote that movie called Spiders Will Eat Your Face. Spiders Will Eat Your Face on Amazon Prime. Download it now and listen. Spiders Will Eat Your Face. He did not pay me for this.
But also there's a scene in there where he like takes a blow dart and starts shooting people with blow darts, and it's like,
are you miming doing a blow dart right now? Because it doesn't look like a blow dart.
what does it look like?
It looks very familiar to you, but it doesn't look like a blow dart.
Like,
Good, go smaller.
It's less head movement, Nate.
Curl your
but to go on, it's you can't be shooting people with blow darts.
No.
It's terrible. I mean, this sets a bad role model for kids.
This is America. If you're gonna shoot people, you need to use an automatic rifle.
Now, B, any bad movies you can think of?
See, I love Disney so much that even their bad ones doesn't really. Oh wait, is it The Pacifier? Vin Diesel.
That was
Pacifier,
pretty bad, yeah.
starring Vin Diesel as the pacifier.
I think that's a Disney. I'm pretty sure it is, and if so, I didn't care for that one.
I think that one was pretty bad. Yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
He's like the Manny.
It's such a generic idea. Big muscle guy is the nanny, and technically he was a bodyguard
Oh yeah.
for some
yeah.
rich parents' kids.
Because the father passed away. I guess he was like a scientist or something, and
Classic Disney. Kill the parents.
that's horrible. Yeah, yeah. Aw.
My favorite's the first 3 minutes of Bambi.
What was it like the Asian neighbors that were like the evil people in the?
Yeah.
Spoilers, Nate.
Well, they were helping the boss of the CIA or whatever he was. The father's boss is actually the bad guy, and the Asians were part of the scam.
Interesting.
What's the most recent Disney movie you've seen,
Me?
Brienne?
Oh man.
It's coming to you next, Nate, so think.
Yeah, right. The newest Beauty and the Beast with is it Emma Watson as
Emma
Belle?
Watson as the Beauty.
The Beast.
Okay, I'm gonna change my answer. So my favorite Disney movie is not Shrek. It's actually Frozen. I haven't actually seen it, but I like that one song about letting it go. That's pretty cool.
Oh, can I change my answer now?
Yes.
Star Wars.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
That's a good one.
I know, I just won.
Ooh,
It's like you all
calories.
just lost.
But my worst favorite or the worst Disney movie I think I've ever seen is I mean, it's not the worst technically, but overhyped. It's not that good. Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's a classic tale of giving up your voice so that you can sleep with a man with legs.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish she didn't get her voice back. I mean, it would have been a lot better.
That movie was played to death in my house. My twins' favorite movie was that one. Ugh.
Man, you'd think her favorite movie would be Twins, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
No, but I love that one.
Most recent Disney movie I've seen? Probably Cars.
Oh my.
I don't watch many movies, and Disney movies don't really. I mean, I've seen the Frozen thing, like I said, like just to let it go, maybe.
Well, I mean, that was all over. There was no avoiding that one.
Well, the girl has like a really nice voice, like really good singing voice.
Yeah.
She sells that song very well. Also, the lyrics are pretty decent. Also, listen to "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
Oh, you have a great, beautiful singing voice.
People have told me that before, as in nobody ever.
Aww.
Well, somebody just did.
Oh, yeah.
Cars is actually Pixar, not Disney.
Fuck. Okay. Well, then the worst movie I've seen, Shrek is DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
Ooh.
Toy Story 3 made me cry.
I thought the movie was overly long. It played itself out too much. It was a little, I don't know. The ending just kind of, this was dumb. I thought the one part where the kid was playing with the other dolls or something, I don't know, it gets passed on. That was good. The whole thing with like the what was it? Like
Daycare.
Daycare, that was dumb. Because it's like, okay, and there's Ken and Barbie, and they wouldn't shut up. And it's like, guys, you aren't that funny.
Toy Story 3, starring Tim Allen as the Jungle.
Not gonna work again.
And the whole scene where they're getting like decapitated by like the toy melter thingy at the end, that was dumb. I mean, it's almost like the little toaster except worse.
That part where they're on the conveyor belt and they're about to drop into the lava.
Yeah.
That's the part that made me cry.
Why?
Because it was so sad. It was me coming to the realization that my childhood is gone and was dying and would never come back. We grew up with the toys. The toys started out as naive to the point where one didn't even realize he was a toy, to come at full circle to not only realizing that he's a toy, but embracing it and loving it and being able to make that part of who he is and what he's able to provide to those around him. It was a beautiful story arc by Tim Allen.
I mean, if the toys had died right there, I would have been a lot happier, but they didn't. I mean, it could have brought it to full conclusion. I guess the full conclusion is like, someone else taking on after, like, that happened, like, they pass on the toys to someone else. But that's a dumb ending as well, because it's like, we have iPhones now. We have video games. Toys aren't really needed now. I mean, the whole story should have been ended, like, they should have come up with an ending for like years ago, before this whole thing happened.
They should have been turned into amiibos. Then they'd be relevant toys again.
Amiibos?
Amiibos are these little toys that you buy that get put on these little discs, and then they unlock exclusive access to certain things in games.
Yeah.
In video games.
It's actually pretty cool.
Can you find these at the comic store in Canada?
You may be able to find them at one of our sponsors, like this one. Hey, Pepin.
Hey, Meader.
I've been thinking a lot about comic books lately. Do you like comic books?
More into manga, but yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so there's a great store online. It's called comichunter.net. They have comics, they have mangas, they have graphic novels, they have Magic the Gathering. Pretty much anything you can think of that's super nerdy, they have it.
That sounds pretty cool. And this is a website I can order from?
Absolutely. We may be in America, and they're based out of Moncton, which is in Atlantic Canada, but you can still purchase online.
Ooh. And comichunter.net?
Absolutely. If you ever happen to be in Moncton, you can check out the store. They have Magic the Gathering right there in the store. They have Dungeons and Dragons. They have graphic novels. They have used comic books, and all things at a cheap price. Definitely suggest checking them out. And Matt Surratt's there too.
Matt Surratt?
Absolutely. I definitely suggest checking them out.
Where again?
comichunter.net.
comichunter.net.
Comic Hunter, where heroes come to play. Man, do I love Comic Hunter. So glad we're working with them and that they exist in my life and now yours.
Now, we're not actually sure if they actually have those there. But
no, amiibos. So what Nintendo typically does, and you'll notice this with the, how they made those new mini NESs and the new mini Super Nintendos?
Yeah, there's people lining up next to my store, wanting to buy those.
So what they do is they get this huge demand, and then they make way less of the product so that there's people left who can't buy them, so that the demand artificially stays high.
It's kind of shady, isn't it?
Oh, it very much is. Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't meet consumer demands, and it can make people pissed off, but nobody is willing to be pissed off at Nintendo, so instead they don't, and they just keep buying their shit. But what it really does is it prevents them from ever making too much product and losing money.
Good loss prevention.
Absolutely. But you can also say that they're losing money for the people that didn't buy the toys. So I'm sure they have their own cost benefit analysis to that and all of that, but it also overinflates the secondary market. So what a lot of people did was they bought all of these Super Nintendo minis, and then they put them on the Facebook page, the Facebook market, and the Craigslist, eBay, and they sold them for inflated prices and just made a profit off of them.
Yeah, that reminds me of like scalping in general.
Yep.
Because like there's this whole argument that scalping is immoral and so on and so forth, but the issue really is that the whoever sets the price of the tickets isn't setting them high enough. You know, someone can make a profit off them that easy. You know, it's like I believe I don't know if this is true, but I was reading about this, so I didn't double check it. It was saying that the Super Bowl tickets, like the actual tickets to the stadium, they keep them the same, like the same price. I mean, they have a special price, but it's not like $1,000 or whatever. It's just like, you know, $80, $100. So people buy them all up, and since they don't raise the price, it doesn't actually meet the demand for the people who want to go there, which is why there's this whole secondary market. Now, if you just had the price at $1,000, you know, it work out. But the problem is, like, these sports companies or these organizations, they can't actually raise the price without have like a huge consumer backlash. So they take the loss on the tickets, and this let other people profit off them.
Well, I mean, you say loss, it's more like an opportunity loss, which is much different than an actual loss, because they're putting the prices at a certain price because it's what they need in order to make the profit.
Yeah.
They're just taking a loss in the extra profit they could be making. But it also creates a lot more buzz when a lot of other people, when everything's bought up, you're able to say this is a sold out show. And that's way bigger for promotion, which can be, especially for a sporting event such as that, is way better for getting people to view. And in that way, you know, you can get your ratings higher, and you can make extra money in that way.
I feel like Disney kind of plays a lot of economics with their products. I mean, certainly with like certain ones, like they get a hit and they try to milk it for as long as they can. Like I haven't seen much Frozen stuff lately, but that was going on for a good number of years. And Toy Story going on for a good number of years.
Frozen 2 is coming out next year. You're welcome.
I mean, isn't that every business ever, though? Like, you have a hit, so you milk it for everything it's worth.
I'm not saying it's wrong or anything, but I'm saying they're very good at it.
Ah, okay, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
They try a lot of stuff out there, and the stuff that works pretty well. But also, Disney's kind of weird in that they have very few failures as far as, like, movies. Like, they have movies that fail as far as Disney standards. Like, this is bad for a Disney movie. But it's never like, what the fuck I just watched. I mean, excluding like, you know, straight to DVD things, Disney Channel stuff.
What about The Adventures of Pluto Nash?
Was that Disney?
I believe it might be. Starring Eddie Murphy as the adventure. It was one of the worst grossing of all time, as far as the difference between what was spent on it and what was made.
I mean, it honestly doesn't make sense that such a great movie would have gotten so little sales when it starred Eddie Murphy and purple stuff.
I don't even know what this is.
It did not star purple stuff, unless that's what you're saying the black female lead's name was.
No. But yeah, that movie was not very good. I saw it. Actually, there's another movie, not a Disney movie, but Napoleon Dynamite. That movie I saw ads for, and I didn't think, I'm like, who's gonna watch this movie? It seems dumb, and got a cult following. I think me and Steve watched it a little bit.
Which one?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite's an awesome movie.
Yeah, you don't seem so impressed.
No, I think I watched like 15 minutes of it actually with Meader, and I was like, no, all done with this. Like, the sense of humor is I can relate to the sense of humor, but it didn't capture my attention for whatever reason.
It cost, The Adventures of Pluto Nash cost $100 million estimated to make. Guess how much it made?
37 million.
Oh, I don't even know.
$4 million.
What?
Cost $100 million, and it cost 4. The other way around. It made 4.
So 96 million they were out?
Something like that.
Am I
That's a huge amount of money for movies, though, as well. I mean, that's like a tenth of $1 billion.
Yep. I mean, it really isn't a ton of movie. They spend that much on movies all the time. But that's a huge loss. It's recorded as one of the largest losses of all time, if not the largest. It was Warner Brothers, not Disney, though. So we're off topic. Mm-hmm. But I finally get to talk about The Adventures of Pluto Nash, starring Eddie Murphy as the Nash.
Warner Brothers did Pokemon, is that right?
No, Nintendo did Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo of America, starring Iwata. You know, the classic man behind the mask.
I mean, Light Yagami was a great character until he started killing people.
No, he started killing people almost instantly. So, to say that. He was a good character for 5 minutes of 17 hours.
Such a nice boy.
relatable?
Nate was a nice
Debatable.
guy until he started killing people. I haven't killed any people. Well, then I guess you're still a nice boy.
Disney movie I always wanted to watch but never could was The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That seemed like interesting. There's a song I like from it where it's like the guy's yelling "Hellfire, Hellfire," and it's about something about like the girl he wants to fuck or something.
Is that Esmeralda?
Yes. Well, he's not Esmeralda, but yes, he's singing.
No, Esmeralda's the hunchback.
No, Quasimodo's the hunchback.
I thought Quasimodo was a princess. Hunchback Princess of Notre Dame, Esmeralda.
No.
You know, I probably wouldn't be okay with a hunchback princess because that's just. I mean, it gives you a good armrest, but besides that,
Man, don't look up Princess Diana.
bee's face.
Who even are you?
Who's Princess Diana? She was
No,
She was a Beanie Baby for a while.
she's worth a lot of money as a Beanie Baby too.
Oh, I think
Princess
I threw her out.
Diana the Bear. She's worth like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I'm not joking
Yeah.
at all.
No, she's gone now.
Like she's
She's in the trash where she belongs.
Yeah, she might be somewhere in the basement though.
How ironic would it be if you like threw out a Princess Diana bear doll and the garbage truck came and took it away, and while the garbage truck drives all the way to the dump and on the way gets in a car accident?
What if that garbage truck got in a car accident and killed Princess Diana?
Oh, I think that's what happened, Nate. Well, she was running away from the paparazzi.
I'm so sorry that was this upsetting bee.
I know. I like.
And that's my favorite Disney movie.
I was just so excited for this topic, and now I'm just feel like.
Talk to me about The Lion King, starring Whoopi Goldberg as the hyena.
Do you know which one?
Inky?
Shanzi.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's all
What are
good.
the hyenas' names?
Oh my God.
Shanzi,
Ed.
Onesie, and Dot.
Shoot, I don't know the other one. Ed. Shanzi.
Oh, yeah, Ed's the one that can't stop laughing.
Yeah, he's special. He's touched. And then
Touched by an Angel, my favorite Disney movie.
and Jeremy Irons doing Scar's voice. Amazing.
Wait, is he the guy with the huge dick?
Oh, Ron Jeremy?
No, Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons? I don't think he has a huge
Is it
dick.
Michael Ironside?
Who's that?
He's the guy with a huge dick.
I don't know who that is.
Have you checked? Verified?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's Twitter verified.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that wait, if it's Twitter verified, it's a real thing?
Yeah,
For real?
yeah. You get a blue check next to your name.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I'm Twitter verified.
No, you're not. You have like 6 tweets.
Yeah, I have like 19.
They're actually all hilarious, except for that one,
Which one?
the second to most recent one.
Is that the overly intellectual one?
Probably.
It's probably pretentious.
Yeah, most likely. That sounds
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah. I mean, you have to mix up like comedy, which doesn't make any sense. You know, wait, it doesn't make any sense. It makes people laugh, like, oh, that's strange. And you gotta mix it up with like, oh wow, this guy is like an art major or something.
Your Facebook statuses are always funny too.
Why?
I don't know. You're like, the best place to go for a walk is on a road. That sounds like a Nate status, doesn't it?
No.
I'm actually quite confused by that. How is that funny?
No. My statuses are better than that.
Okay, give me an example, Nathan.
Yeah, I gotta hear
a fresh
this.
one.
Okay,
I want to give you a genuine
Yes.
reaction to a fresh status.
Yes.
Well, okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna let you guys talk about Disney for a second. I'm gonna find a status I wrote because I'm too lazy
No,
to come up with
I
one
need
right
a
now.
fresh one.
No, see, I'm
That's all right. We can talk Disney while he's looking. That's fair enough. What were we talking about? Hold on.
Talking about
Lion King.
The Lion King, starring...
Did you know that it was actually, there's a theory out there that it's ripped off from, is it Simba? It's a 1960s
June
cartoon. Yeah.
from India.
Yeah.
What about Aladdin?
Oh.
Did you know that Robin Williams didn't want to play the genie? So they took his stand-up special and they animated the genie as him in the stand-up special and showed it to him, and that's what convinced him to be the genie.
But there was some other caveat to that, wasn't there? Like,
Yeah, he's not allowed to take up a certain amount of any promotional things. The genie's not allowed to show on them.
Okay.
There's like a certain percentage of the box that he's not allowed to break. It's like 10% or something.
And why is
Somebody
that?
fact check that for me. Because he didn't want it to be about. It's not about the genie. It's about the Aladdin and Jasmine. Jasmine's my favorite Disney princess.
You want to hear a cool thing?
Yeah.
The Aladdin's the next live action movie that they're doing right now, and Will Smith plays the genie.
Yeah, didn't they whitewash it and everybody's pissed?
Yeah. Well, that's the rumor. I didn't confirm that, but that's
Man,
really
It's going to be just as bad as Light Yagami in Death Note.
Well, I think that Aladdin wasn't actually Middle Eastern anyway in the original story. I think it's Indian or something. But
yeah. Oh.
Same thing.
I mean, no, that's
it's a
more
little-
Asian. He was Asian. I know that. Okay, my tattoo has a tattoo too.
One more time.
My tattoo has a tattoo too.
Oh.
Like it's like a tattoo of tattoo, like the guy from the character from the
Oh,
show.
I get it now. Now it's funny.
And I think the best way to become immortal is to never die.
That's true. He's not lying.
So what was your original status that you said was a Nate status? The best place to walk is
On
a
the
road.
walkway.
On a road.
On a walkway.
On a road.
Yeah, but I meant walkway.
Oh, well, you said road.
I
The
think
best side to walk on is the sidewalk.
I think obituary pictures should be of when you were a baby.
What?
I think obituary pictures should be of dogs. Put the bitch in obituary.
I used to refuse to say that word because I couldn't say it correctly, and I really, really enunciated the bitch part, but I didn't mean to. Like,
Obituary.
yeah, like I'd put the CH even though it's not there.
The best way to learn sign language is hands-on.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that is a good one.
Man, you're a regular
was-
Steven Seagal.
That was touching.
Zing. You know, my favorite Disney movie has to do with hitting mailboxes over.
Postal?
How'd you know? It's that one. What's it called? The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's getting the Christmas doll for his boy, and he has to race the mailman
Was
to get
Sinbad
it.
in it?
And Sinbad's the mailman, and he
Yes.
freaks out,
What is that called?
and he bombs a radio
Jingle Bells.
studio. Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, that
starring
one.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Sinbad.
No. What? Wait.
Starring Sinbad as...
Isn't that a real person? I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
was in
a
that
comedian.
movie Shazam. Not to be confused with Kazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal as a basketball.
Was Shaq Fu a movie?
Shaq Fu was a video game, not a movie. And I own it. Well, I don't own it. I gave it to Nick Stewart, and Nick Stewart owns it on the Super Nintendo. It was $5.
Was it fun?
No, it's one of the worst video games ever created, and there was actually a website devoted to buying and destroying all cartridges of Shaq Fu, which, by the way, I think is a brilliant marketing idea, that if you take a game that has way too many copies, you buy them as many as you can and they're all really cheap, right? Because they're not worth anything. You buy as many as you can, and then you destroy all of them but one. Then you've artificially inflated the value of it because now there's less of them in the world, and because of the rarity, it's worth more.
Well, what if instead of destroying them, you actually just keep them intact, but you tell people you destroy them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you do, is you artificially inflate the price, and then you sell a whole bunch of copies, an artificially inflated price, and nobody knows the difference.
I think we have a new business model here.
So much wrong with this.
And that's my favorite Disney movie.
What about Hocus Pocus?
Is that Disney? I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can I change my vote here?
Yeah.
I love Hocus Pocus.
Halloween Town.
That's Disney too. I forgot about that, but Hocus Pocus is way better. Wait a second. The grandmother on Halloween Town, isn't she the mother on Will and Grace?
Probably.
Isn't that Angela
Lansbury.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh.
It's not. Wait, no, it's not Angela Lansbury, is it?
Oh, I might be wrong then.
Okay, I changed my mind. Now my favorite movie
It's Debbie
from
Reynolds.
Disney is
Sorry.
Even Stevens movie.
Okay, fair. Changing my vote. Change your vote.
I can't. I used to have a crush on Shia LaBeouf.
Why?
I don't know. He was goofy. I like Goofy.
Oh, I remember that one song. We went to the moon in 1969, not 1970, but a year sooner. We went to the moon in 1969. That's when we made a landing that was lunar. Ren Stevens sung that in Even Stevens, the episode about the moon landing.
You know, you've been practicing your singing.
I have been.
Actually, yes, he has been.
I practiced for 33 years now.
What? No, I was talking about Rock Band.
Oh, yeah. So I bought Rock Band, and I've been doing the singing, and I realized how tone deaf I am. Because it has like all the pitches, and you have to match the pitch with whatever you're singing. And I feel like I'm singing it perfectly, but my pitch is like all the way at the bottom, and it's supposed to be all the way at the top. So then I drop my voice even lower, and then all of a sudden it goes to the top again. And I'm like, I don't understand how octaves work.
So it's like there's a sine wave, right? And if you can fit 2 in 1 or 1 and 2, it's good. Same note.
Oh, people tell me that my singing's just like a sign, a stop sign. That's why they're yelling stop. They just want me to sing more.
You are getting a little better.
Oh, that's a big compliment coming from Lion King over here.
So
Did you know Scar's real name is Garbage?
Trash.
Garbage, trash, what's the difference?
What is it again?
It's garbage.
Rubbish?
Oh, maybe it's rubbish.
No. His name is his African name that his parents gave him translates to garbage or trash. So that's why they call him Scar, because obviously he doesn't want to go by his
So what's his African name?
General Akbar.
So there's this idea that Disney puts like sexual innuendos in their movies a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if they do.
Like that time that they put the word sex in Aladdin, or the big old dicks right on Ariel's castle.
I actually don't remember that, but I thought they drew a penis inside of Mufasa's footprint.
I'm sure they did that as well.
I think it's just like the brain projecting, sexual stuff onto stuff, because animation's already kind of like ambiguous.
You don't think it could possibly be the animators accidentally doing things as well? Like, you draw a scantily clad 16-year-old horny girl for 18 months and you try not to draw a dick on a tower.
Okay. Touche.
See, this could be like a real scientific experiment too.
It's the fish half that I like.
Oh, God.
Force people to sit down and, draw scantily clad women, and then see how
And then say, okay, now draw an underwater castle and see how many dicks show up. If it's less than 2, then I was wrong.
Not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys coming on this episode. episode about Disney and Disney DreamWorks and Pixar.
Then we also have a little bit of like the WB.
Oh, yeah, we definitely did. We had the WB Frog was on there somewhere. It's the WB.
I mean, Pokemon's probably still my favorite WB production.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I prefer Tim Allen as the Jungle in Jungle Book.
Jungle to Jungle.
Did you know that Smash Mouth did a cover of that I Want to Be Like You from the Jungle Book in the Disney Disney did all sorts of covers by famous bands at the time in the early thousands, and Smash Mouth was huge at that time, as they still are. And they did Denial. And they did you know what? Steve Howell is an amazing man, and Greg Camp is the voice and vision of our generation. And if you think anything less, I challenge you to a skirmish.
Hey now,
A scrum.
You were a rock star.
Hey now, this podcast's over.
Dang, he's getting better.
We need to talk.
Hey fans, we know you're on Twitter and you're on Facebook. You're on social media getting breaking news the minute it happens. Well, good news, so are we. Innovative Hybrid Wrestling has social media covered. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We post everything you need to know about Innovative Hybrid Wrestling, so make sure you're following us so you're the first to get the inside scoop. This has been a TPC Network podcast. For more shows like this, go to tpcnetwork.com/podcasts.
I think it'd be an interesting idea to like have like a podcast where we're perfectly timed, but we don't tell anybody.
So we can put music to it.
Yeah, and then just have like one of our guests like realize, or one of our fans just realize, wait, this has perfect timing. Then they match it up to drums, and they're like, shit, how did they do this?
Brilliant.
Wait, how would we do that?
We just have to end.
Too much time.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
Yep.